What is up? Good morning, guys. How are you all doing? John, Chris, Kevin, Swati7 Iron. What is up? Swati Cup. Hello from Pattaya, Thailand. This afternoon, I'm officially leaving once again. I am headed back to Bangkok for a few days. And yeah. What's up, Terry? Stagwar in the house. Good morning, everyone. As always, make sure to check in. Let me know where you are watching from. It's always fascinating to see how many people we have from all over the place, all over the world. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you're subscribed. Turn the bell icon on so you can catch me when I'm actually live next time. Probably do another live stream from Bangkok. Probably not tomorrow. Tomorrow I am finally shooting another main channel CB Media YouTube video. What's up, Charlie? Bangladesh is in the house. Canada's in the house. Florida's in the house. Doorway is in his recliner. I hope you're nice and comfortable. Yeah, so this afternoon I'm headed to Bangkok. I am driving Waffle, my electric blue Evo 9, and going up there, grabbing a hotel for the night. And tomorrow I'm shooting a main channel YouTube video. So I definitely will not be live tomorrow because I got a video to make. It's been 2 weeks since I posted a video on the main channel, which is completely unacceptable. But man, right now it is tough in Thailand to create content just because weather issues. In a recent live stream, I told you guys about my issues shooting the NGO motorbike race at Bangkok Drag Avenue. There's just not a lot going on right now. People don't want to plan car events, car shows, racing events, drift events, because we all know it's at least, at bare minimum, a 50-50 chance it's going to rain out. Texas, California. Oh, Hoi Hin. How's the weather currently in Hoi Hin? In Bangkok, it's been raining pretty much nonstop. Here in Pattaya, the weather's been surprisingly great. So, how's the weather over in Hoi Hin? What's up, Matt? Texas, Arkansas, Vegas. What's up, Chris? Chris, when are you coming back to Thailand, Chris? Got another Chris is in Perth. We do not have DoorDash here. We have Grab, which Grab is basically like the Asian version of Uber. So Grab, you can do transportation as far as cars or motorbike taxis and food delivery. And then we have another app called Food Panda. So we don't actually have DoorDash, but we have things that are similar to that pretty much fill the same need. South Korea, nice. December 3rd for 5 months. What? Nice, man. 5 months, dude. Chris, hell yeah, man. Where are you gonna be, Chris? Are you spending all 5 months in Pattaya? Are you gonna bounce around? What's the plan? Matt says, "Hey, my lady wants me to buy her a car when I get there." Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, of course. Most Thai women just request a motorbike. Matt's girlfriend wants a car. What kind of car are you getting, Matt? Then I can recommend you a shop. And where are you going to be? Bangkok, Pattaya, or where? Kevin, appreciate it, dude. Good morning, Kevin. Appreciate the super chat as always, my friend. 2 in Pattaya, then 3 months in Bangkok. Solid, man. Solid, Chris. If you need any recommendations or Chris, if you need any recommendations or help on picking a condo or anything like that, let me know. Just message me on Patreon. I mean, I've stayed in I think maybe probably 10 different condos in Pattaya, and probably 30 to 40 condos in Bangkok. I used to when I used to go back and forth between the US and Bangkok quite often, I would always get an Airbnb at a new condo because I just like staying in new condos. So I was staying in a lot of condos. Stagwar says, Matt, get her an EG hatchback. Yes. Yeah, get her an EG hatchback and then do a turbo K20 swap in it. Houston's in the house. There you go. Matt, I'll sell you waffle. I'll sell you my Evo. Just get her an HRV or a Civic or something. EG, yes. You can get her a nice EG. Yeah. Here, honey, this is for you. It's a turbocharged 500 horsepower K20 swap EG hatchback. You're welcome, honey. By the way, can I borrow the car? I need to go do the Drag Avenue. Yeah, for today's live stream, no plans. I'm probably not going to do any like reaction videos or anything. I just wanted to check in with you guys and hang out. Um, I got to prepare for my trip to Pattaya this afternoon. So I need to do laundry. I need to pack, make sure I have all my camera equipment ready. Um, yeah. So I just have a lot going on today. But I did want to jump on a live stream and just say hello and chat for a few minutes because I definitely will not be live tomorrow because I'm filming my video. And and then Thursday I'll probably be traveling back here. I did enjoy my time in Europe. Yeah, Poland was amazing, dude. I really, really enjoyed my time in Poland. But I miss Thailand. Another talking head video. Ray Bob Buzz. Raybo Buzz. You might be one of the people that can't read. If you're not able to read, um, the 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 name of this channel is CB Live. I know this is difficult to comprehend. A lot of people have very difficult time with this. This is not my main YouTube channel. This is not CB Media. This is CB Live. You know how you can tell? You look at the name of the YouTube channel, and if it says CB Live, it's probably a live streaming video. If you see CB Media, it's probably one of my normal YouTube videos. This is super difficult for people to comprehend. It's very difficult. I know. It's hard to use your brain and your eyes to read things. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. I can do both. Tomorrow I'm going to Bangkok to film a very big, proper CB Media video. But both things can exist at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Maybe you like one, maybe you don't like the other. Maybe you like both. Not everything is for everyone. Chris with the super chat. Thanks always for your help and great content. You keep me connected to Thailand when I'm back in the US, and your Patreon content keeps me from losing my mind. You're welcome, Chris. Happy to hear you're coming back soon and for such a long time. Dude, 5 months. That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah, it's tough. Reading is fundamental. It is. It's tough, man. It's tough. To prove Chad is doing this stream with no shorts on. I do have shorts on, bro. They're short shorts, but I do have shorts on. Man, dude, it's tough, man. It is tough. Sometimes, like, honestly, like, my biggest struggle when it comes to doing this and having such a large audience is just like dealing with people that are just I mean you read the comments that people leave sometimes and you just go, bro, oh my god. Like it's just it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to deal with some of these people, man. Anyway, back to the live stream because this is the CB Live channel. Yeah. So far life has been good. You know, I've officially been back here in Pattaya at my new condo here for almost a month now. And and yeah, I'm really really enjoying it. I'm it is so nice to finally be settled. You know, once I moved out of my condo on John Beach Road, I was pretty much traveling and living out of Airbnbs and hotels for, man, 3 months, 3 to 4 months. And I had one giant backpack and one small backpack. And I had some clothes, I had my laptop, a little bit of camera equipment. And I was basically just traveling, living out of hotels and Airbnbs for 3 plus months. And, you know, it's fun. Like, I do enjoy that lifestyle. But man, it is nice to be settled in my own condo again, chilling, like having my full desk set up here with my actual computer monitor and like my actual proper audio system for my laptop, and just be settled, have my couch, have my giant TV, and just be like and have a schedule. It's nice. Man, it's so nice. Man, R.I.P. Rob Pitts. Yeah, R.I.P. Rabbit. I never met Rabbit. We were friends on Facebook, and I talked to him on Facebook occasionally. So we were Facebook friends. I don't use Facebook anymore. I haven't used Facebook for a long time. I only still have Facebook for Marketplace because everything in Thailand operates off Facebook Marketplace. So don't ask to be my Facebook friend. But yeah, I was Facebook friends with Rabbit. R.I.P. Man. It's terrible, man. Cancer's a terrible, terrible thing. I've lost quite a few family members to cancer, unfortunately. Gus, I don't think I will be doing any US car content in the near future. The reason being is when I do go back to the US, I go back so rarely that when I do go back, um, I spend that time with family and friends instead of making content. And I don't plan, like, normally I go back during the holidays to see family for like Thanksgiving or Christmas, but I'm not going back this year because I'm trying to basically force family members to get passports and come visit me instead of me always going to visit them, which I don't think is going to happen. None of my family members have passports. None of my family members have ever left the US, and I just don't. They always say, "Oh, we're gonna come see you," but it never happens. So basically, what I'm trying to do is force them into getting a passport and traveling to come see me and experience what Thailand is like. Uh, Knowing my family, knowing the type of people they are, they would absolutely love it here. Oh my God, they would fall in love. Like they would be like, we're retiring in Thailand. Like they would love it, but they just have to get a passport and actually travel. Yeah. Status on cream pie, Joe, is we are waiting on the coilovers to be built. So coilovers are being built by a custom suspension company, a very, very high end custom suspension company based out of the US. So all their coilovers are custom built. Uh, and once everything is assembled in the US, then they'll ship the coilover system to Thailand. So it's probably gonna be at least another month. Waiting on suspension. So it is what it is. Joe says, "Hello, Chad from New York. New York in the house. Did you buy the condo or renting?" I am renting. I am renting, Joe. Over here, I'm a big fan of renting because it allows you to stay uncommitted. And if you want to change locations, you can do that. I loved my condo in John Beach when I had that condo, but they started massive construction project on John Beach Road, which they said is going to last 2 years. And if I owned the place, then I would have to basically live in a construction zone for 2 years. And I was able, once my lease was up, I was able to pivot, move, and get to a different area. So also, like the it's very strange. Like the price of condos here are really cheap when you rent. So renting a condo here, like my condo that I'm currently in is like I think it's about $480 a month. So it's like $480 a month for this condo. This condo in like Florida would probably rent for I would say like probably $3,000 a month. So significantly cheaper to rent. Now, to buy a condo, it's still cheaper to buy a condo than it is still cheaper to buy a condo here than it is in the US. But I would say to rent a condo, it's maybe like one quarter to one sixth the price. To buy a condo, it's like one half the price. So, man, I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of purchasing condos in Thailand unless you just if you're very wealthy and two or $300,000 is absolutely nothing to you. If you have $5-10 million in the bank and you can drop $200,000 on a decent condo, then by all means go for it. But if you're just a normal person like me, um, yeah, renting's kind of the way to go. Gus says, I keep trying to get my family to come visit Thailand with me when I go, but they'd rather go to Paris or Ireland. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah. To me, I don't know. To me, like, I don't know. It's just boring. I like stuff that's exciting. What tasty Thai food did I have for breakfast today? I had a banana. I had a banana and a protein shake. That's what I had for breakfast, a banana and a protein shake. Do you ever bump into other YouTubers? Uh, yeah, I mean, I see other YouTubers all the time. Um, just randomly like out and about, like obviously mostly like Thai YouTubers, Keys One. Um, I see Keys One out and about quite a lot. Um, Nick Dean, I see him occasionally. I mean, Thailand's not a big country, and a lot of foreigners end up going to the same places. They end up hanging out on John Beach Road, watching the sunset. Um, you know, having a beer, people watching on Story Four in Bangkok. You end up just running into people because, uh, you know, we all end up going to the same places. We're pretty predictable. Stagwar says buying in Thailand is great until a bar opens next door with crazy loud music. Exactly. Exactly, Stagwar. I stayed I stayed in an Airbnb on John Beach Road and I got the Airbnb for 2 weeks at one point, and it was like on maybe I think it was like the ninth floor. But despite being on the ninth floor, every single night you could hear like just people blasting Thai Isan music, which I love Thai Isan music, but blasting it till 2 a.m. every single night, I was like, dude, get me the hell out of here. So I I saw Chad on one of Mr. Egg's videos before. Did you? What video was that? Oh yeah, oh yeah, street metal, yeah. For the car events, yeah. Bank street metal, yeah. That Bank is my first Thai friend. He's my very first Thai friend. Like I met Bank within 48 hours of coming to Thailand for the first time. Yeah. I've known street metal Bank since like 2015. Almost 10 years at this point. Crazy. I saw a video by Eager Expat from Bangkok. He thought he saw you driving Waffle. Maybe. When Gus says when I was in Pattaya, I spent my time on Soy Pothole. It was fun, but not overly crazy. Yeah, they just repaved Soy Pothole, and it lasted like a week. Now it's all torn back up again. It's Soy Pothole again. It refuses not to be Soy Pothole. Yeah. I really don't. I can't tell you the last time I've been on Soy Pothole. I really don't go there. To be completely honest, I rarely go to Pattaya. I since I've been back in Pattaya for 1 month, and I've actually gone to Pattaya one time. I went to Pattaya one single time, just because my favorite Mexican restaurant is over like near Beach Road, so I went over there to get Mexican food, and that's the only time I've been to Pattaya. I really don't go to Pattaya. Yong, correct. Yes, that is what I use every single day is my Yamaha X Max 300. That is for sure. I mean, I rarely drive my cars. I rarely drive my cars. The only time I drive a car is to go from Pattaya to Bangkok and back, or I go for a drive to go for a drive. Like as far as going to get lunch, going to the 7-Eleven, doing anything and going anywhere, I 100% ride my motorbike. Like it makes sense. Egg was doing a live walkabout and ran into you near Walking Street. This was a while ago. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that. Doorway, correct. They patched the potholes. So they didn't remove the potholes. They just filled the potholes. What they need to do is actually remove the potholes by tearing the road completely down and then rebuilding it back up. But they're not going to do that because they get paid every time they just patch the road. And they want to continue to be paid. So when you are traveling and need to rent a car, what do you get? Sometimes I drive my Evo. Like today, I'm gonna drive my Evo. But if I'm renting a car, I just get something cheap. I just get a Toyota Altis, like a Toyota Altis, which is a Toyota Corolla, or a Honda Jazz, which is a Honda Fit. Just like a basic economy car. I don't need, to get like a big luxurious car. Normally, it's just me. Today, I have two of my Patreon members riding with me in Waffle to go to Bangkok because we're all going up there to shoot a YouTube video together. It's going to be a really good one. But normally, I just rent a small car that's good on fuel and that's reliable and it's cheap. So you can rent a decent little new, like really like low kilometer, like, you know, rental car that's just 1 or 2 years old. You can rent one for, 40 US dollars a day, 30, 40, 45 US dollars a day. Yes, you can rent 300, you can rent 300cc motorbikes. If you want a little bit larger motorbike and you want to rent one here, look for X Max, which is what I have, or the Honda Forza. The Forza is a 350cc. Both are great bikes. Both are great. Wisconsin's in the house. Dumb question, but what do the locals tend to do during the tropical storm season if there are no car events? My guess is probably stay inside. Not really, they're used to it. They've grown up, for their entire life. Monsoon season is just it's part of life here. Like it's just part of life. Like it's they don't know anything else. Like they're just used to it. So mostly what they do is like there's lots of like cars and coffee events. There's a lot of cars and coffee events this time of year. And the reason is most of the time when it does rain during monsoon season, it's normally in the afternoon around 3, 4, 5 p.m. where you have massive, massive, like total monsoon, crazy thunderstorms. And it's also during this time of year, it's also normally the temperature's a lot higher, it's a lot hotter. So cars and coffee, like on Sunday mornings, one at 6, 7 a.m., the temperature is a lot nicer to be outside, and there's a much less chance of rain. Also, early in the morning on a Sunday, there's hardly any traffic. So really, there's just a lot of like cars and coffee meetings on Sunday mornings in Bangkok. So a lot of the guys that are car enthusiasts do that. And then a lot of people also, this is the time of year when they take their car down for, if they want to repaint the car or do an engine swap or do upgrades or something like that. This is kind of the time of year for them to do that. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on an e-bike instead of a motorbike getting around? Lee, this is a very good question. And it is becoming a lot more popular to see people own electric motorbikes and e-scooters. And it is a terrible idea here. It is a terrible idea. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why that no matter what motorbike you have, if even if you get a small 125cc motorbike, I always recommend everybody put an aftermarket racing exhaust on their motorbike. It doesn't have to be obnoxiously loud, but it needs to be louder than stock. And the reason for this is the Thai driving style. Thai people, their driving style is is they don't look. Like in the US, we were always told to look left, right, and then look left again before you pull out. Um, they just don't look. Thai people just pull out in front of you. And it's almost like um, everything is everyone else's problem. And they just pull out in front of you, they cut you off. Like it's a very, very crazy experience driving or riding a motorbike here. But Thai people across the board, it doesn't matter if they're a cashier at a 7-Eleven or if they're a lawyer or they own a multi-million dollar business. Thai people love modified motorbikes and cars. So if you have something with an exhaust on it and they hear that exhaust, they hear something with an exhaust, they immediately look. What is that? What is going on? Somebody has like a badass motorbike or a car. What is going on? Having a motorbike with an aftermarket exhaust will save your life in this country. I would never own a motorbike here without an aftermarket exhaust because it makes people actually look and pay attention to you. Now, an e-bike or an e-scooter is the complete opposite end of that. They can't hear you at all. And not being heard at all on Thai roads is a very, very dangerous thing. It's an extremely dangerous thing. Yeah, that I've heard. I haven't seen any of these electric bot buses. I've not seen any of these electric bot buses. When I was in Poland, I kept seeing it on the news, but I haven't seen an electric bot bus since I've been back. I totally forgot about them. Lamai is in the house. Joe, I have not. I have not. I've not noticed anything about that. Ian's in Lamai. Nice. Ian, how's Lamai these days? I haven't been to Lamai. I haven't been to Koh Samui in a while. But I really enjoyed Lamai. I've spent a lot of time there, but last time I was there, man, it was not man, it still felt like it hadn't really recovered post pandemic. Scuffy Annie says we have a lot of Vietnamese in Australia and they don't look either. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's an Asian thing. Yeah, I think it's just a thing in Southeast Asia. Like they just don't look. They just pull out in front of you. It's wild. Lamai is hectic. Traffic is too much. Wow. So I guess it has recovered. I guess it has recovered post pandemic. I'll be in Bangkok in January. Do you do subscriber meetup parties by chance? Uh, Gus, we do, but everything is organized through my Patreon. So the link is in the video description. I do all meetups through Patreon to keep them small, and yeah, it's just much better that way. Normally we do multiple. We do at least one meetup per month, especially October, November, December, January, February. We do big meetups, man. We do New Year's Eve, Songkran. We do some really big ones, some really epic ones. But everything's organized through my Patreon to keep things more, to keep it small, to keep it more personal. And we normally have 10 to 20 people. So, but it's a really good group. It's all people that really love motorsports. They love cars. They love Thailand. They love travel. It's a really good group of guys. Everything Americans, Brits, Australians, um, from all over. Um, yeah, everybody that is into JDM stuff, American muscle car guys, off roading guys. Yeah, so I do not know anyone that restores vintage Vespas. It is a very popular thing here. It is a very, very popular thing here, but I can't help you with that one, Stagor. Mike, no topic, man. No, absolutely no topic today. I'm just hanging out, man. I'm just gonna do a probably short 1 hour live stream to say hello, hang out with everybody. Despite it being a short one, we do have 130 people in the chat. What is up? If you're just joining us, hello, and welcome to the CB Live channel. Do you know how they do hand signals in the Philippines? You look at their foots if they're pointing. Author, I thought they used their lips. I thought they used their lips for a turn signal in the Philippines. If you know Filipino culture, you'll get that joke. How's the 4x4 culture in Southeast Asia? It's huge here, Chris. Huge. Northern Thailand has a massive off road culture. The off-road scene up in northern Thailand is massive, dude. They have some really sick Hiluxes, Toyota Surfs. They build some really sick trucks up in northern Thailand, Chris. I heard the DDA guys say they hired a virtual assistant to help out with planning hotel details like Wi-Fi speed, etc. Um, maybe, maybe. Detroit's in the house. I'm sure there's a guy. Gus says, I think there's a dude in Pattaya that restores Vespas. I'm sure there is. With as many old British dudes as there are in Pattaya, there's got to be somebody here that restores Vespas. Okay, author gets it. Author gets the lips comment. Colombians point with their lips too? I didn't know that. Man, we got 136 people in the chat. That's not bad. Is it hard to get extra parking spaces at your condo? It really depends on the condo building. It totally depends on the condo building. My condo building they're not strict. The condo building I'm in now is not strict on bringing in multiple cars. That's one of the reasons I chose this condo. um, but yeah, some condo buildings, like to get in the condo complex, you have a card and you pull up to the gate and you wave the card at a sensor and the gate will open and you will go in the condo. Now, you can't bring another car into that condo building till that card is used to leave the condo building. And in these situations, this is something that pretty much 100% of the condos in Bangkok operate like that. And a lot of the condos in Pattaya and other places of Thailand operate like that as well. Some condos don't have a card to get you in and out. They have a security guy at the gate, and when you pull up, you wave at him, and he opens the gate for you. And if you make friends with the security guy, he won't complain if you have multiple vehicles going in and out. So it just depends. So, but a lot of condos, you can get an extra parking space. So you can basically rent an extra parking space. It's normally going to be 50, 50 to 75 US dollars for an additional parking space. So you would have multiple cards to get in and out. But yeah, thankfully, one of the reasons I chose the condo that I'm currently in was because, you have a security guy there that lets you in and out. And as long as you make friends with him, buy him a bottle of whiskey, you'll be okay. If the fees to import your personal car is so expensive, how does that compare when buying a car there? And if you import, does that make the car more valuable? You can't import you can't import a car into Thailand, stinking rocket. You can't a used car, a car that has already been titled, if it's been titled before, it cannot be imported into Thailand. The only cars that can be imported into Thailand are brand new cars that have never been titled, and they can only be imported by a dealership. Ford can bring in brand new Mustangs, but you cannot bring in, but Ford can't bring in a Fox body, and you cannot bring in a brand new Mustang. So you can't import cars at all. The only people that can import cars are dealerships, and the car must have never been titled before. So yeah. I Jay Leno has a motorbike with engine from a helicopter in it. I saw that video. I saw that video where he was giving the tour to James May. I saw that video the other day. My mom and dad live in the Philippines. They pay the security guys with T-shirts, candies, and fishing tackle. Yeah, I gave the security guards at my old condo CB Media shirts because they recognize me. The security guards recognize me. They like I was living there for like 1 month, and they started coming up to me and asking me for selfies, and I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Like they somehow they found out about my YouTube channel, so I gave them all T-shirts, and yeah, I was good to go. That sucks. I have to sell my FD when I move to Thailand. Yeah, Yong. I have a one of my guys on my Patreon is from Australia, and he has been here in Thailand for like I think 4 or 5 months, and he just left last week to go back to Australia to go sell his FD RX-7. So he's back in Australia now to sell his FD RX-7 and sort some things out, and then he's going to come back to Thailand and then buy a car here. So yeah, you're not bringing an FD RX-7 into Thailand. You can buy one here. And you can get a really nice one here. An FDRX7 here is surprisingly, they're priced okay. Compared to what they sell for now in the US, Australia, UK, you get a pretty good FDRX7 here for you can get a really good one for 50 to 60,000 US. Yeah, about 50 to 60,000 US. Yeah, I saw that, Josh. I got to figure out a way to watch it. I got to figure out a way to watch the last Grand Tour. I don't have Amazon Prime anymore because I don't live in the U.S. So hopefully someone downloads it and uploads it to YouTube, and hopefully it's up on YouTube for at least an hour or two before it gets taken down. Stagwar, it is correct. So Stagwar says, is it possible to register cars in Cambodia and drive them into Thailand temporarily? There is a foreigner in John Tiem that has a Mazda Miata that's left-hand drive. And I've seen it for years. I've seen it at car shows. I've seen him just driving it around. I've seen it parked on John Tiem Beach Road. And the first thing I noticed was, why is this Mazda Miata, this MX-5, why is it left-hand drive? Like it's left-hand drive. Like what? And then I noticed the plates, and it's Cambodian plates. So you can import cars into Cambodia. Um, so you can import a car into Cambodia. I think it's about, depending on the displacement of the engine, it's like 150% import duty taxes. So you can import a car into Cambodia and then you can drive it into Thailand. So you can do that. But I I could be mistaken, but I think to import a car into Cambodia, you have to have like a visa there. You have to have an address. So you have to have a condo, all that type of stuff. And then you can bring the car into Thailand, I think for 30 days. So the car essentially gets a visa or visa exempt or whatever for like 30 days. And then you have to pay like a fine for every day it stays in the country after that. Because I have friends in Cambodia that have brought their cars from Cambodia to Thailand to have them restored and built, which obviously takes longer than 30 days. So they've had to pay a fine for basically their car overstaying the visa. The car overstays the visa because the car is in the shop getting completely restored and built. So, yeah, that is possible, but, Author, some of the best RX-7 mechanics in the world these days are in Thailand. Definitely not the US, because in the US, no RX-7. There's hardly any RX-7s left with rotary engines in them. They've all been LS or 2JZ swapped. There are multiple world-class rotary shops in Thailand. Despite the heat, despite how hot it is, these people still love their rotary engines. And 90%, 90 to 95% of the FDRX7s here still have rotaries in them. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few really good rotary shops here. I'm not sure how much it costs to convert a car to right-hand drive. All the cars here aren't converted. Like my E30 was not a left-hand drive car ever. Its entire life, it's always been a right-hand drive car. Almost, I mean, I think pretty much all the cars in Thailand were originally manufactured as a right-hand drive car. And to convert a car to right-hand drive, it just depends on if that car was manufactured um, right-hand drive before. Some cars were never manufactured as a right-hand drive car. That will be really expensive, very labor intense, and very difficult to convert it to right-hand drive. But something like you know, uh, an Integra, an Integra, Acura Integra or Honda Integra, depending on what you want to call it, was made left-hand drive and right-hand drive. So the the chassis, the shell is made for both left and right hand drive. And you can buy all the parts from a right hand drive Integra, and it's very easy to convert it from left hand drive to right hand drive. But yeah, just it depends. Later, Gus. See you, dude. No, we don't see any Mazda Speed 3s here. King S, I need a wrap shop in Pattaya to wrap my Evo roof in carbon. A wrap shop here. Um, oh man. Hold up, I'll tell you. That's super simple. That's a super simple wrap to do. Uh, NT sticker. I'll put it in the chat for you. So this is a sticker shop. This is a sticker shop. They just normally do just like decals and like custom stickers, but they'll do that for you and it'll be really, really cheap. How much are R34 going for in Thailand? A lot, dude. A lot. Yeah, a lot. For a man, for a real R34 GTR, like a real one, not with most of the R34 GTRs in Thailand are conversions. They're made from a GTT or GTS, and they break it down to like a bare shell, and they rebuild the entire car back up using GTR parts. For a real GTR, a half a million US, 500,000 US. Yeah, 500,000 US for a real GTR. For one that's been converted into a GTR, 200,000, 200,000 US. Yeah, it's crazy. Joe, that doesn't work. Converting it, importing a car into pieces because you could do that. You could do that, but you would never be able to register it and drive it on the road. What is going on? Yeah, 500K. 500K for just a normal GTR. Yeah, they're crazy expensive. How much are those sick vans you see at motorbike races? Yeah, there's lots of them that are converted into camper vans. You can get those vans the high ace vans for super cheap. I know. What is going on with the Billy Blue? Um, yeah, maybe Matt. Matt, are you buying your girl an R34 GTR? It makes more sense to buy and keep a very expensive car in Japan and just visit. Correct. You could buy an R34 GTR in Japan and a lot of round trip flights from Bangkok to Tokyo to go drive your R34 GTR in Japan compared to buying an R34 GTR in Thailand. You see what I'm saying? So, Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I've said the same thing that like I wanna buy a Corvette. I wanna buy a C6 Corvette Z06. I wanna buy a C6 Corvette Z06 and but I'd buy that back in the US. Like I wanna buy That's not Billy Blue. Have you ever been to Davao City in the Philippines? I've never been to Davao. I haven't really heard great things about Davao, to be honest. I've heard the traffic's terrible. I've heard it's very spread out. There's not a lot of great restaurants. Um, I've been in the Philippines. I've been to Manila. I have been to Angeles. I've been to Alabang, Cavite, Imus, Tagaytay, Cebu. We were talking about this the other day. I've been to the Philippines like I don't know 5 6 times, and it's insane that I've been to the Philippines 5 to 6 times, and I've never touched sand. I've never touched sand in the Philippines. Like the Philippines, every year it has the number one and number two most beautiful beaches in the world, voted by I don't know who. Whoever votes the most beautiful beaches in the world always gives the Philippines like number one and number two. And I've never touched sand. I've never set foot on a beach in the Philippines. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. Thoughts on new Dodge Charger and Challengers? If you're talking about like the ones that are currently out, like the Hellcats and stuff, I love them. I think they're awesome. They're just they're just unapologetically muscle cars. They're like I'm an American muscle car. I'm big, fat, heavy. I do burnouts, and it's like stoplight to stoplight. You know, uh, yeah, they're great. Tragic intent. Joe is asking if it's possible to work at a Thailand dealership work visa. It is possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. Um, why would they hire you over a local Thai person? They're going to, too many people are going to have problems communicating with you. They have to go through all the BS of getting you a work visa. Uh, they have to pay you more. Um, it doesn't. If I owned a BMW dealership, I wouldn't hire you. I mean, it would just be dumb. Like the other mechanics, the salespeople, the customers, most people can't communicate with you. It's a lot more problematic to hire you than a local person. That they're forced to pay you more money than a local person. It just doesn't make sense. People do get hired at very like a boutique. Like if your entire life, your entire working life, you've specialized in air cooled 911s, then you can possibly get a job at like there's a dealership here that specializes in classic Porsches. Like you could possibly get a job there, like maybe that, but like a general like BMW dealership or something. I mean, it's possible, but it just I don't see it happening. All right, Stagwar, see you, dude. So Kevin says in 2012, I was researching bringing my C6 Grand Sport to Australia. Found a shop in Sydney to convert it to right-hand drive for 60,000 Australian dollars. So that's what, about 40K USD. Man, dude, that's crazy. You can buy a C6 Grand Sport in the US for 60K Australian dollars. So to do the right-hand drive conversion, it basically costs what a C6 Grand Sport's worth. That's crazy, man. I've not heard about the new Super Snake for 2025. Somebody has an epic location for a Sunset Beer in Pattaya. There's lots of great epic locations for Sunset Beers in Pattaya. Still, my go-to is the rooftop bar at the top of the Hilton, or the Pattaya Beer Garden, or really just sitting on the beach in front of my condo with a beer from 7-Eleven. I mean, that's hard to beat that. Later, Joe. When you were in Poland, what was the best car on that trip? Man, dude, so many. At Alt Race, the C3, the red C3 Corvette from, I forget the name of the shop now, but in Poland, they had a fully restored, custom wide body C3 Corvette on air ride. That was my favorite car for sure. For sure, my favorite car. Kevin, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. You could buy another C6 Grand Sport, which great car by the way. Great car. That's like the C6 Grand Sport is like the best track car of that generation. Marky says in Davao they have a great car scene over there, mostly JDM cars and drag car Civics. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. I've never made it to Davao. There's just not been a reason for me to go. You know, um, most of the time when I go places, I have a reason for going there. Um, Yeah, there's normally a reason. If I'm going to every time I've gone to Angeles City, there was a Falcon track day I went to at Clark International Speedway. There was an endurance race that I went to at Clark Raceway. When I've been to Manila, it's been for the Manila Auto Salon, or when I went to Alabang, it was for Neo Classic Car Show. When I went to uh, Cavite and Emus, was to visit the Jeepney shop. When I went to Tagaytay, I went there for Jeepney Fest. When I went to Cebu, I went there for the B2B car show. You see what I'm saying? When I go places, I go there for a reason to make a YouTube video. It's been a long time since I've just gone to a place just to go to a place. Um, you know, when's the last time I've gone somewhere just to go somewhere? I think I went to Bali. I went to Bali like I went to Bali in 2022. That was the last time I went somewhere just to go somewhere. All right, see you later, Kevin. Stinking Rocket says, your Poland visit was awesome. How are the girls after the show? Man, girls and dating in Poland is awesome. I mean, it really is. It's not just Polish girls. So you have a lot of Ukrainian and Russians that obviously both male and female. People say there's a lot of Russians in John Tiem and in Phuket, and mostly the Russians that are in John Tiem and Phuket are the ones that can afford to come to Thailand. But a lot of the Russians and Ukrainians that wanted to escape their country because of the current situation there, they're all in Poland because Poland is literally next door to Ukraine. Like they share a border. They're neighbors. So you have not only a lot of beautiful, very sweet, awesome Polish girls, but you have Ukrainians and Russians as well. So yeah, Rich, cream pie is waiting on coilovers, dude. Waiting on coilovers. Do I think I'll go back to Dubai at some point? Is it as expensive as people say? Dubai is not very expensive. Dubai is expensive when it comes to alcohol and going out and partying, but the cost of hotels, Airbnbs, food, it's actually not that expensive. It's more expensive than Thailand. It's more expensive than Southeast Asia, but it's still way cheaper than the US. Dubai is cheaper than the US. Like when I was in Dubai, I paid for a really, really nice studio apartment overlooking Dubai Marina, like the like where you want to be. Brand new, luxurious condo, floor to ceiling windows, rain head shower, really, really nice condo. Everything included, I paid $2,200 for a month. So if you were to go to Miami and get that same condo for a month, including everything, it would easily be 6,000 a month. Thoughts on Bali? I didn't really like it. So I went to Bali in 2017, and when I went to Bali in 2017, I stayed in Kuta and Simiak, Kuta and Simiak, like the main tourist areas, and I was there for 2 weeks, and it was okay. And then I didn't go back until post pandemic, and I went to Canggu, where everybody Canggu's the new place to go. It's Canggu is all over. Jesus Christ, dude! I think it's funny. Like I'm laughing. I genuinely think it's funny, but the spamming, the constant spamming, it's funny, but it's just annoying to spam the chat. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh my god, another one. Another one. Just if you don't spam the chat, I won't block you. Yeah. But this time when I went back to Bali, I stayed in Canggu, which Canggu is all over TikTok. It's all over Instagram. It's the new hip place to be. And I absolutely hated it. I hated Canggu. It was a it was 10 hours a day, 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was a massive construction zone. Hammers, saws, drills, like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was terrible. You're supposed to be in this like beautiful, awesome, tropical beachside town, and it's just completely ruined by construction noises nonstop. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, he must be really bored. I didn't even ban the other one. I just put them in timeout where they couldn't they couldn't comment. Okay, this time you're just going in timeout for 5 minutes, bro. 5 minute timeout. 5 minute timeout. It's ridiculous. James is in Bang San. Very nice. Love Bang San as long as it's not during the weekend. I love Bang San on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Those are the 3 days that I like Bang San. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I am on Pattaya early next month. Down for a beer with an Aussie. Love your videos and style. Appreciate it, dude. Safe travels. Check out the link in the video in the description of any of my videos or my live streams. Join my Patreon. We do meetups every single month where it's a huge group. Well, not a huge group. Normally, maybe 10 or so guys that we do big meetups through my Patreon, and we just hang out, have a couple drinks, watch a sunset, talk about cars. So yeah, any car shows coming up? Not really, man. This time of year, hardly any car shows going on in Thailand because it is monsoon season, unfortunately. But guys, we are an hour and 5 minutes into this chat, and this was originally planned to be a short one because I have to prepare. I am leaving this afternoon to go to Bangkok, and tomorrow I'll be filming a really proper video for the CB Media main channel. So I must go. I got stuff to do. I got to charge all my camera equipment. I got to pack. I got to get ready. And this afternoon, I am officially headed to Bangkok. So wherever you guys are in the world, I hope you have a fantastic day, night, morning, whatever. Thank you for joining me here on this live stream. And if you're watching it on replay and you made it in all the way an hour and 5 minutes in, please leave a comment and let me know. You guys have an awesome day. And I'll catch you guys not tomorrow. I'm filming a video,